Hey everyone, Token Dave over here, the dorky token black guy that's just trying to get by, and welcome to another edition of Street Fighter Flashbacks. In celebration of the 30-year anniversary of Street Fighter, I'm taking it upon myself to share my memories of playing the arcades or home console games at that period of time, and as well as give my reviews of other Street Fighter related media. So, there was an interesting thing that happened in 1996. 1996, we got the awesome, Street Fighter 02. But then we also got a new series because due to the popularity of Tekken and Virtual Fighter, Street Fighter experimented with going into 3D. And we ended up getting the EX series. Now, unlike my other reviews, I am actually going just to spend one video on the EX series and just give my thoughts. Basically, the first EX game actually just had basically 60% of the original roster, of, well, what I mean 60% of the original roster, 60% of the original selectable roster of Street Fighter 2 World Warrior, right? Meaning that, basically you had Ken, Chun-Li, and Guile, right? Plus, actually no, that's fit that. Oh, and Zangief, right? Plus, oh yeah, you did have Dhalsim, yeah. So it's 60%. Ken, Chun-Li, Guile, Zangief, and Dhalsim, right? Plus, you had Vega, all right? And you also had Goki, all right? Well, Goki came in later and everything. So you had that. But then they also incorporated some characters from Alpha, right? Mainly Sakura, okay? But then after that, they incorporated a lot of new characters, like D-Dark, Pulma, Blair, C-Jack, and Alan Schneider. And is there anyone else? I'm probably forgetting some other people. And if you notice, I'm going to spend most of this talking about EX plus Alpha, right? Because primarily EX plus Alpha was the one that I played. I know there was EX and then EX plus Alpha. I didn't see AX in the arcades. I only heard about this game because someone that I was training with told me about it, and I played it, and it's an interesting game. I'll be honest. The 3D model graphics at the time sucked. Those sucked. But what it did was basically, it allowed you to do super moves like you did in Street Fighter Zero. Plus, you also ended up being able to mix them. So, each character had at least 2 super moves. You were able to, do one super move and then mix it with another super move, which was awesome, I have to admit. In addition, I loved the music of EX plus Alpha. The music was amazeballs. It's actually one of my favorite EX plus Alpha and EX plus Alpha 2, right? Those have basically probably some of my favorite themes of all Street Fighter and everything. It's really up there, and the gameplay itself was pretty fun, and some of the new characters they introduced. I particularly took a shine to mainly 2 people. I loved Alan Schneider, whom, yes, he's basically the other Shotokan clone and everything, but, he was more of, I felt that he was an appropriate rival for Ken, being that Ken beat him for the martial arts championship. Their moves are similar, however, Alan Schneider looked like he was a little bit more of a serious martial artist, and that basically, he actually had reminded me of both Joe from the original series, someone that had great potential that wasn't properly tapped, but you could tell that his design was more inspired by Chuck Norris. And As a martial artist, I have tons of respect for Chuck Norris, though I feel that his movies are probably overrated and everything. And a lot of the Chuck Norris jokes, I'm sorry, those Chuck Norris jokes, I consider them parody because, you know, I take Chuck Norris serious as a martial artist. He is a serious martial artist, and you know he is awesome. But however, this parodies and to a degree some of this comedic godlike worship, I'm sorry, you know, Chuck deserves a lot of respect. All right, and I felt that they were trying to do that with Alan Schneider, but they kind of didn't, you know. And it sucks that you don't see him in any other games, which I actually loved him. But my second favorite character was Crackerjack. This was like the old school brawler guy. You know, he had the top hat like in the 30s. He dressed like someone from the 30s and everything. But goddamn, like, you know, he had that, you know, freaking, yo, we're gonna go up in this bar, we're gonna throw it out and everything, and that moveset was basically awesome. Especially when he grabbed you, he did the helicopter spin and slammed you, and some of his super moves involved, like, you know, smacking you with a baseball bat and everything, something you'll see in a later Street Fighter game and all. I thought that was just freaking awesome. You know, this is where I was like, yo, they finally put a actual Street Fighter in Street Fighter. Nice, you know. Everyone likes to talk about, like, you know, I keep forgetting if his name is Akira and everything. Some dude that has amnesia and all, and like, you know, he like does a super move where he actually punches right through you and all. Yeah, that move is cool and all, but like he didn't grab my interest. No, there's another female chick and everything that dressed like a keto stylist and all. But her moveset wasn't really that interesting. Oh my god, how can I forget? I didn't mention Skullomania. Skullomania is freaking awesome and everything. You know, goofy as it sounds and as it looks and everything. You know, dude's a freaking wrestler that has a skull costume and everything. But god damn is he fun to play with. You know, so, and then, you know, we have D-Dark and everything. You know, a fan favorite, but not one of my favorites and everything. But I will admit basically, you know, having like, you know, the wire to like choke you and everything as like, you know, someone that was a prisoner of war and that like, you know, is out to get revenge on Guile. That's pretty interesting. So that's me ranting about Street Fighter EX plus Alpha and everything. Street Fighter EX plus Alpha 2, great addition of Sagat and Vega in the game, and then basically they added this android robot chick, which from a design perspective she looked cool, but application and Street Fighter EX plus Alpha 2, this is where like I lost the fun and I kind of started losing that fun and enjoyment of it because Street Fighter EX plus Alpha for me was a guilty pleasure. It was just fun to play and everything. But like, you just goof around. You're at home. You want to play a Street Fighter game, but you're kind of sick of the other game, and you can just have something that's like really, really fun and everything, but not feel too competitive with. You were able to pick up Street Fighter EX plus Alpha and everything. EX plus Alpha 2, it tried to expand, but you kind of saw that it was beginning to lose its thunder, and then you had EX plus Alpha 3. I'll give EX plus Alpha 2 and EX plus Alpha 3 this. The intros were awesome. They were awesome. But other than that, especially with EX plus Alpha 3, that was just a waste of time. That was a waste of money. You know, movements were stiffer. The graphics looked a lot worse. But overall, Street Fighter EX, you know, it was a guilty pleasure. It's fun to play EX and EX plus Alpha and EX plus Alpha 2. You know, great time is to be had. Didn't really move anything and all, but, you know, like I said, it was a guilty pleasure. I had fun with it. Would I recommend it to somebody? No. Agree? Disagree? Drop me a comment below. Give me a like. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Subscribe. And ring that bell so you know when a new video loads. But until then, this has been Token Dave, the Turkey Token Black guy who's just trying to get by. And I'll catch you guys later.